Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Thank you for coming back. All right, so right now we're going to be doing a ClairTarot reading for Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I don't know what it is, Virgo. Y'all are my sister sign. I don't know why, but whenever it comes to your guys' video, the titles. Who needs to gurgle your crystal balls? They can go gurgle them. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Virgo. Who needs to gurgle your crystal balls? Y'all bring out the catty ass in me. I'm just saying, I love it. I love it. Okay. All right. So let's get you guys some cards. You are not bad luck. Don't you say that. Say that one more time. I'm gonna get my paddle and paddle your ass. It says attitude adjuster on my paddle. I have a wooden paddle that says attitude adjuster. Don't ask me what I use it for. I use it for adjusting attitudes. Okay. In love, you guys have bad luck in love? What? I don't know. I don't know. All right. Okay. Let's get you guys some cards. I have this one song totally stuck in my head. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. The song is just stuck. Stuck sauce is what it is. Let's see. Let's get you guys some cards. Oh my God. I'm now getting butterflies in the chest. Yeah. All right. Whoever this is that I'm feeling, love it. I love it. I don't, but I love it. All right. How are you guys doing today? Ooh, you got a lot of Virgo in you. Let's see. Let's see what happens. We're almost done. Just getting some cards. Ooh. We got a lot of stuff going on here. Okay. I don't know why I need to play the song. Okay. Let me just put one ear in because all right. So here we go. Here we go. So card number 24, new birth, guarded vigilantly. You're going through quite a bit of an ascension process. You are expanding and growing in ways that push you slightly beyond your comfort zone. I wouldn't be surprised if for the first time in a long time or the first time ever, you're feeling very vulnerable for no real reason outside of you're just feeling very vulnerable. Explore that. You want to really explore that. You have to understand for the seedling, yes, they're a little bit more delicate, but even if the seedling gets trampled, the roots are what's the most important. If you are rooted in your truth, the soils of your truth, you can actually be destroyed. You're going to just continue to grow again. Okay. Card number 30, lightning. You're about to experience a moment of lightning. Okay. With this, you can't contain this. You're not going to be able to control this circumstance. It's just going to be something that happens and presents you with an opportunity. And if you're not going to allow yourself to flow through that opportunity, you're going to miss it. Okay. Ooh. I don't know if this opportunity has to do with someone like you're really, really feeling someone, you're really into them romantically, um, or if it has to do with a work opportunity, but there is an opportunity that's about to present itself to you. And if you take too long to just analyze and compute the percentage of risk, you're going to miss out on this. You're going to miss out on this. Just like if there's a thunderstorm or lightning storm and you want to take a picture of it, you want to be able to capture it, and you're busy fiddling with your camera just to get the perfect setting, um, you're probably going to miss some of the most beautiful parts of that light show. Okay. And you can't be mad if that light show finishes by the time you get your camera set up. You can't be mad. All right. So, card number 40, be a little bit more generous with yourself. Virgo has a tendency to be very controlled with themselves. Um, with this, I'm getting the feeling that you have a tendency to choose to go without, to be deprived so that you can provide for someone that you really, really love. And that's not going to work out for you any longer. Okay. This is a time where your development is really urging you to allow yourself to receive as much as you give. And that's to create balance. Virgo, you're unbalanced right now. Not all Virgos, but those who are resonating with this. Mm. Card number 16, what you want wants you. So, as I said, you're going through a process. Okay. You are going through a process of climbing up higher into that dimensional level of consciousness. This is a very, very viscerally felt process of rising. So, for some Virgos, I'm getting that you might begin to feel dizzy. If you're already having dizzy episodes throughout the day, it might be because of this process. Make sure, though, that if it's something that concerns you regarding your health, to go get checked. There's nothing silly or wrong about making sure there's no physiological condition that needs some sort of medical treatment. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. So, what you want wants you. You want to grow. You want to have a happy life. You want to have something so fulfilling. Um, oh, okay. I said so fulfilling. And then I heard my higher self echoing soul fulfilling. So something that really satisfies you on a soul level. And I think this is a journey that you're on, card number 29. It's a journey that you're on to find the beauty within you and around you. All right. Look at that. Card number 6, 6 being the number of receiving. This is really important for you to internalize the need to allow yourself to receive. Okay, it's very, very important. It goes slightly beyond the whole taking care of yourself. Virgo is pretty good about being responsible for self. I think this is exercising your ability to be vulnerable and allow someone else to take care of you. Because really, if it's someone else taking care of you, you're taking the power, the control out of your own hands and handing it to someone else. And so maybe you have to let people know that you're sick and that you need to be taken care of. I don't know who these people are. Maybe people who already love you, you know? And it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be waited on hand and foot. It can mean that you're just allowing yourself to receive the help, like, you know, someone else running your errands for you or whatever it is, but really allowing yourself to receive. Card number 2, moon, soul. Let's see what this is about. I keep feeling in my chest. It's a lot of energy. A lot of energy. I don't know what this is it just the caffeine? I have been up for a while doing sessions. Card number 2. All things must come to the soul from its roots, from where it's planted. Ooh, what did I just say? I'm sorry if that hurts your ears. Sorry. So, what did I just say though? Like the seedling will survive as long as the roots are planted in the soil of your truth. Look at that. Uh, all things must come to the soul from its roots, from where it's planted. Everything has to come to you first, filtered through your truth. Okay. This card is all about mystery, feeling, and hidden messages. It governs intuition and self protection. And when you have struggles with releasing control, that's rooted in the need for self protection. All right. Control is often based in fear. Fear that you're going to be presented with a circumstance or an individual that might dominate you or overtake or, whatever. This shows the intimate side of who we are. Allow yourself to shine. This card indicates fluctuations in your life. The moon is a side we keep concealed. You may be having trouble controlling your emotions. This has to do also with what do you call it? Vulnerability. Okay. The need to always control your emotions, to have those really soft aspects of yourself hidden away. Oftentimes that ties into a fear that if people knew what buttons to push to destroy you, that you wouldn't be able to defend yourself. I have Virgo in my chart and I struggle through this shit. This is why I don't want to work with anybody. That's what I was told. That's why I struggle with group activity. I'm just like, I got it. I'll do it myself. Yeah. No, that's why. That's why. It's hard for you to allow yourself to be vulnerable and give someone else the ability to really cut you really deep. Like, really, though. I mean, when this card comes up, it's not all is not as it seems because something is being obscured. You may feel you've lost your direction or that you don't have all the information to go forward. For some Virgos, this might be about substance abuse. Okay. Not necessarily you, but someone in your circle. That might be what you're struggling through, trying to overcome the need to control their circumstance to help them heal. If they're not ready or willing to heal, there's nothing you can do. There's just nothing you can do. Okay. So it's also about clinginess being an issue. Let's see. Deception is possible. Things are cloudy right now. Someone from your past is about to re-enter your life. Someone from your past is about to re-enter your life. With this card present, that's such a wild card, someone from your past, because you already have a perception of who they are based on the past. And depending on how long it's been since you've been in contact, that perception might be a very outdated, inaccurate perception. And so really, who are they? Are they still the same person or have they become someone different? You're going to find out. That you're going to find out. Hold on. Card number 18. Do not anticipate trouble or worry about what may never happen. Keep in the sunlight. And I love to say that the sunlight, our truth is like the sunlight. Okay. It's our truth that the seedling needs to grow. So let's see. This card signifies a good time to get rid of your clutter, emotional and mental as well. It also suggests you need to be more reliable in your approach. Problems won't go away. You must work and they must be addressed. This is about your daily routine, healing, worrying, details, usefulness. That worry can be useful. That fear can be useful. That need to control can be useful, but it all depends on how balanced you're able to keep it. Um, Anything that's allowed to really overrun, like, take over the whole show, is not going to help you. Okay, Virgo. So when I say you need to begin exploring your vulnerability, this is not about just being a damsel in distress, which that's just uh-uh. Mm-mm. I actually had an issue with that last night. Like, dear soul, why are you trying to force me to be a damsel in distress? You know I hate that shit. You know I really hate that shit. Okay? Card number 43, come to life. Virgo, you've been existing in the gray shades, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but you're needing a little bit more sweetness. Okay. And in that sweetness, I think the way that's going to be expressed is by the allowing, the giving of permission for someone else to cater to you, to take care of you. Hold on. The what? So this is tied to another card. All right, I'll set that aside. Card number 50, the spiral. The spiral is the trajectory, the path of a soul rising. It's not a linear line. So if you still feel the need to control, Virgo, you're going to get real dizzy. Oh, uh, you might be the one needing to gurgle your balls. Gurgle your crystal balls. Oh, shit. That's wow. You're your own worst enemy right now. I'm not laughing that you're your own worst enemy. I'm just trying to visualize how would one go about gurgling their own crystal balls through your words. The way the words are expressed, the word selection, that can be very cleansing. Wow. Right now, you're on the in between. You're at the in between phase. You are about to take that leap forward because soul doesn't do like little baby steps, geisha steps, because geishas wear these kimonos that are very tight on the legs. So the little steps. Nah, these are leaps. You're wearing a kilt now. No more little kimonos. But you're in that in between phase. So with that in between phase, here it is. You're like at one step and you're trying to jump to the next step, and you can control this in such a way that will help you to balance. But if you think that you're gonna, because that step is not stationary, it's continuing to swirl, kind of like an escalator. You need to just kind of let go. You need to let go and jump. You can use that control to steady yourself before your initial leap, but you're going to have to take that leap. It's going to have to be a leap of faith too. Card number 48, Yod, destiny. Yod Adameen. Sorry. Yod. Yod. Okay. Yod. A person often meets his destiny on the road he took to avoid it. Oh, shit. Oh my God. So it's your own need to control. And not all Virgos have some kind of control freak issue, but control, this could be control in a very mild sense. You know what I mean? Control in the sense of fully submitting to the will of soul. It's not necessarily you're trying to dominate everyone else and be bossy, and no. So a person often meets his destiny on the road he took to avoid it. So if you're trying to to make your spiritual path something that you can control, and the details, you can be the one to really plan that out. It's not going to work like that. It's not going to work like that. When this card presents in a reading, it means that the situation may be chaotic or may soon turn that way. It will be hard to see any clear path because of this chaos. Again, this lack of clarity. I think you're intentionally being blinded. I don't think necessarily that it's dark magic type things. I think it's your higher self, because you become so reliant on one of your senses, like maybe your gift of sight, that it's time to take the sight away to blind you so that the other senses have an opportunity to be sensitized and heightened. So it could definitely be that. But there is a disruptive force at work when this card comes up. I think the disruptive force is your human mind. I think that's what it might be. Excuse me. So when this card turns up, there will be health issues that need to be dealt with and solved before moving forward. It can be indicative of autoimmune disease, celiac disease. Well, celiac disease is autoimmune. Fibromyalgia is a shattering of your chakras. I don't know if you guys are aware, based off of my extensive body of work. I've found fibromyalgia to be a pronounced chakra blowout and allowing of the frequency to pool and stagnate for prolonged periods. So then it begins to displace and distort cellular expression of the physical cells. So yeah, this is all about bottling things up, because remember, we said we can't bottle up lightning, right? You can't store that. Oh, 2211. That's beautiful. 100% at 927, 100, 99, 2211, 2222. Yes. Yeah. Sorry. 22 minutes, 22 seconds. That's how long the video's been on. So anyways, it's when this card comes up, the Yod Destiny card, it's really a call for you to dive deeper into yourself. This ascending spiral is only one half of that ascension process. The spiral also has a lower reflection, which causes you to go down lower, deeper into yourself. So you're definitely being encouraged to grow. Oh, see how this works out? Okay. Wow. Lots of sixes. Lots of sixes, twos, fours, and eights. 6, 4, 2, and 8, 9, 28 right now. That's freaking awesome. So yeah, let's get you guys a spirit animal card to see what energetic essence you should be tapping into to help you with this process. This is going to be a very challenging one. There are people that are going to be brought to you to trigger and accelerate this process. So, I mean, it could be you facing a mirror, and it could also be you facing someone outside of you, not mirroring something, but just initiating a sense of change, a shift in your perception. Let's see. All right. Oh, see, going into yourself. Okay, this is not for Virgo, but I just kind of need to put this out there. In the audience, there is someone who is behaving like a vulture, okay? Constantly going on my lives, constantly trying to deplete me intentionally of my energy. Now, I've been very patient with this. It's been going on for a few days now. I've been very patient. I've been very compassionate. I recognize this attempt is intentional, meaning you are consciously like, I'm going to try and drain her. To that individual, I'm cranking my energy all the way up. Drain me. Try it. See what happens. I can hear your auric shield starting to sizzle. I'm going to crank my energy up even more. Keep trying. No more? You don't want any more? You sure? I still have a ton more energy to give. I'm plugged directly into solar energy. You want to take some more? I can crank it up even more. Try it. I dare you. Because unless you can harness orifim fire, you're going to give yourself a seizure. None of my concern. If this is a lesson you need to experience and you're coming to me as a soul begging me to teach it to you, I will. Absolutely. You done now? Are you freaked out? You should be. You're probably not going to repair that damage to your shield. You're now susceptible to parasitic influence, which you already have parasitic influence. And yes, I'm scanning you without your permission because I have the ability to. Just because I ask people before I scan doesn't mean I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that I can't scan you without your permission. I can absolutely fucking scan you without your permission. I'm just really nice. I'm just really nice. Don't misunderstand my niceties. Okay? I know you feel me looking directly at you. And I can feel your heart pounding. Am I intentionally trying to scare you? Absolutely not. But I'm letting you see just a fraction of what you're triggering. So, Virgo, here goes turtle. That turtle energy, you have to be careful. You are not pulling into your shell and trying to avoid the lessons that you're needing to face. Okay. You're going to be put in circumstance that will make you feel uncomfortable because, again, your higher self is trying its darndest to expand your field of awareness, expand your abilities, expand. So the turtle essence is ancient soul, grounded, trusting, at home in the self. If you are at home in yourself and your plant is rooted in truth, nothing is going to shake you from that. You know what I'm saying? So it's wonderful to be in the presence of a turtle personality. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and water elements simultaneously. This helps to ground and connect them to the deeper truths of life, no matter where their travels lead them. Turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers as they collect life experiences under their shells for later use. And that this is exactly what you guys are being asked to be in alignment with you allowing yourself to experience things so you can collect these experiences to further your understanding of yourself, your journey, how you fit into this world. Okay. If you're questioning if I was addressing you regarding my energy, then it wasn't you. This is someone who is very conscious, like intentionally, I'm going to go on her live stream and I am going to try my stupid ass Reiki bullshit to try and access her field to prove that I'm powerful. This is the mindset that I'm talking about. So if you're wondering if you're doing this accidentally. It's absolutely not you. This is someone who knows what they are attempting, who has the intention to invade my sacred space to prove their ego is more dominant. Cute shit, for real. That's cute shit. Mm. I mean, really though, it's not an act. I have a very dominant personality and energy. It's not an act. I'd make an amazing dominatrix. I'd have no problem whipping you, putting you in a corner and having you rock yourself. I'd have zero problem with it. Seriously. So Virgo, that's the Virgo in me. That's the Virgo in me. But anyways, Virgo, it's time to move forward from any of these aspects of yourself that you feel like you have to be ashamed about. The whole stereotype that is so unfairly placed on Virgo about being a control freak and, just having ridiculous standards. Well, excuse us for having standards. Yeah, release those stigmas, release them, because those are things that definitely can be um, the most powerful aspects of you. I mean, think about it. If you have standards and and sometimes people have said, oh, yeah, Virgos can be stuck up. Well, because they're socially selective, because they're not just going to let anyone in their field. Well, I mean, hello. Why would you just let anyone in your auric field? That's silly to do, right? So when you begin to see that the aspects of yourself that you've been shamed for having uh, can actually be a strength, then they begin to empower you, and yeah, I do embody quite a bit of Virgo type characteristics. I'm very selective who I allow into my space. That's why it's so hard to breach me. It's not impossible, but it's very, very difficult, and the whole like dominant type of energy, the very highly analytic, observant, those are the things people be like, oh, you're so paranoid. No, I'm aware. It's very difficult to breach me because I'm hyper aware of what's being attempted. So, Virgo, use these things as your strengths. Okay. No more of that, like, well, I don't want people to think this way of me. The people who think this way of you, the ones you're worried about that will think this way of you, are the judgmental people who are already condemning you silently with a smile. They've already been condemning you, and no matter how hard you try, um, they're simply interacting with you to hopefully gather some sort of evidence to justify their attempts to condemn you. And so at that point, it's like, why do you even need to explain yourself? You're never gonna need to explain yourself to someone who's been committed to misunderstanding you. That's a choice that they made. That's a conscious decision they made. And once someone makes a conscious decision, it's darn near impossible for you to change their mind. Once they have convinced themselves that their belief is true, they will fight you tooth and nail to continue believing what they believe. And at that point, there's no point. There's really no point. So you be you, allow yourself to rise, allow yourself to sink deeper, settle deeper into the greatness that you are, and really just be fully present. Fully present. Okay. Oh, you end up retreating like a hermit to avoid those condemning you. And if you do that, you'll continue that cycle. Avoidance is a surefire way to make sure that cycle circles back around with greater and greater intensity. And I had to learn this firsthand. So when you face things head on, um, it's going to be done. It's done. You know what I mean? And I found what ends up happening if you face things head on. Um, you really, really are being forced to take a good hard look at how what's external from you is a reflection of what is internal. Now, is that to say that everyone that comes before you is a reflection of some unhealed aspect of yourself? No, no. Sometimes you'll be faced with someone who behaves like a total asshole, and it's not because you're an asshole. Yeah, you can have asshole tendencies when triggered, but it doesn't mean you're an asshole. It just means they're an asshole. So recognize that not everything that comes before you is your soul telling you that this is you. That's why you're getting triggered. That's why you're having this reaction. Mm-mm. You have to use discernment. Allow yourself to really take a good hard look. Like, do I behave like that? I don't think I do. I hold myself accountable for all the things that I do. So I don't think I behave like that. And if that's how you really feel, then chances are you're just being faced with someone who is trying to trigger a resurfacing of the lessons you learned at some point in your life. Sometimes it's that gifting you with an opportunity to put into play, to apply the knowledge, the wisdom that was gained from previous life lessons. It's not always a reflection of some ugly part of you that you're in denial of. Okay. So, again, I don't want you guys to feel as though it might have been you doing something to me and that I'm mad at you. No, it's not. It's a very specific individual who was intentionally attempting, intentionally. They saw the notification for my live and like, yes, I'm gonna fuck with her. You can gurgle my crystal ball sack as well as my etheric dick. You're not gonna fuck with me, but I can fuck with you. I just don't want to because you're filthy. You're filthy. You go to other people's live streams often. I know you're still on this live. You go to other people's live streams often and do this, and you get away with it. Not this time. Not this time. You gonna fuck with a bull, you're gonna get the bull's horns right up your ass. Okay? I don't have enough spiritual evolution to continue to be patient with your ass. You try it again. I'm going live again in a few minutes. Go to that live too. Try it again. I'm gonna fuck your ass up. Okay, spiritually speaking, namaskar, bitch. I will fuck your ass up. I just gave you a little taste of what I can do to defend myself. You're outranked. I'm more powerful than you. Get it through your thick fucking skull. And I hate that I have to say this in front of you guys, but that shit needs to be known. I ain't got time for that shit. And I will not shrink away. I will not be intimidated. I will not stop going live because of the fuckery. I will embody the goddess mother and correct your childish ass. Okay, I got hella fucking children. I know what it's like to be a mother. I know how to correct children. All right. So now that I've spoken my harsh ass truth, I love y'all. I love you, Virgo. Y'all are my sister sign. You don't have to be ashamed of the things that you need to do to ensure that you feel safe. Okay. You absolutely do not. Me responding like this publicly does not diminish my worth. It does not diminish my purpose. It does not diminish the integrity that I have within myself. This is a show of the boundary and me enforcing it. That is a very spiritual thing to do. This is an act of self-love. I love myself enough to create a boundary and enforce it. And there is no shame, none. None. I want you guys to know that there is no shame. And this isn't a lack of compassion. It was very compassionate of me not to crush their third eye and dismantle their entire central chakra line. That was compassion. I restrained myself. Okay. So just recognize there's varying degrees of lessons. People will be put before